Company was called the Nairobi Vigilant Security. I kept meeting challenges like, where are your offices? I do not have offices. Or how many guards do you have? I do not have guards. And then how much do you charge? I didn't even know the prices or how much. So it flopped until I became annoyed with that business. I told my friend, take everything. I don't even want to see. I just want to be who I am. Me, I was much fascinated by what makes businesses to fail. I said, I looked at it and I felt like, bam.
This is
the thing. This is my field.
Yeah.
This is what I've done. That is how I got into thinking that why not create such kind of a company.
Yeah. You had staff?
No, I'm alone. I'm the staff. I'm the cook. I'm the cleaner. I'm the messenger. I'm everything. Yes. I knew very well I don't have plan B. It is EcoVest and EcoVest alone. I was marketing it in the morning, after 1 hour, after 2 hours, after 3 hours, after 5 hours. In fact, I was removed in so many WhatsApp groups.
Welcome again to another episode of Unlimited by Muna. Here we discuss the principles of modern business and also educate on how to start, manage and grow your business. So today we are privileged to have Mr. Isha Dunga. And Mr. Isha Dunga, you can just get right into introducing yourself because now we just want us to know a lot more about what you do. Okay. So you can start by introducing yourself and what you do.
Okay, thank you so much viewers. My name is Isha Dunga. I am a finance consultant. And I run a company by the name EcoVest Consultants Limited. This is a company that is dealing with matters of finance consultancy services. And we also do business advisory services. And then as well as we also do real estate services.
Now that we are done with this, what to do? Now I'm interested in you as a business person.
Yes.
I am sure behind every business person is a journey of trials and errors and growing and learning. Every day is a new day to learn something new. Yeah. So you as a business person, maybe is this the first business you ever began or it's something that you've tried several and seen how business looks like?
One thing I can be able to say that for every business there's always a journey, like you always said. And I registered this particular business some time back, but this was the first business I registered. Okay. When I was in second year, I met a friend called John Waithaka when we went for a mission in a certain county, and I was surprised John to tell me that he already had a company by then. By that time, I had not even perceived what it means to own a company, and I knew companies are for people who are big and not people like us. You get it? So when I met this guy and he's telling me that he was owning a company, I felt motivated. And you know what? I came back. And if I came back from the mission, then I formed a company in my head, not by registration.
Which year was that?
In my head. That was around 2012. 2012. Okay. I formed a company in my head. That company was called the Nairobi Vigilant Security. And after forming that company, I went to the cyber. The person did for me business cards. Then he did for me the...
You didn't even register?
No.
It was registered in your head?
It was registered in my head. So I did the business cards, I did the flyers, I did everything that I thought I should be able to do. Then I got out. Then I started marketing in those areas of Kabete and going towards Wangige and all those areas, going to each and every home. Now I came to the realization that I was driven by just that motivation of owning a company, but I did not really understand what I was doing. So when I kept meeting challenges like, where are your offices? I do not have offices. Or how many guards do you have? I do not have guards. And then how much do you charge? I didn't even know the prices or how much I charge.
You are marketing a business.
I don't have an idea completely about. So the kind of challenges I met made me to start feeling that I think I need to do something different. Now, before I even forget about that, after finishing my Form 4, I went and got some money from from my dad's gratuity. When my dad died, he left some money and I went and followed it up. And when I received this money, I started what we call equity agency. Now, equity agency, I was the first person to put it in our area. Yes, and people thought I was owning part of a bank, when I was putting that kind of a business in a place called Kindu Bay Town. So I was the first person to put an equity agency in Kindu Bay Town, Big 5 hotel there. And so this thing motivated me. And then now next, I started now a cyber. I put one computer, one printer, and I employed somebody. But that cyber was making losses, making so much losses until I felt like this one is not the type of business that I can be able to do. Then I went into hotel business. I went and with my friend Robert, we started a hotel in Kisumu, a place called Manyata. So in Manyata, we started this hotel. We put up everything. Then the business started flopping as we were seeing. You know, it was going down. You know, you cook fish here, and somebody has also cooked fish there. Somebody is going for that fish and leaving our fish. And until we started eating our fish, to check whether is it the normal fish or why are people leaving our fish for other people's fish. So it flopped until I became annoyed with that business. I told my friend, take everything, I don't even want to see. I just want to be who I am. Now all these failures now gave me so much, you know. It gave me so much of a push. Like, why are businesses failing? When you start, why do you have to fail? Do you really have to fail for you to succeed? You know, those questions. And that is the point. I felt like I needed to go and study business. So the reason as to why I went and studied BCom, I was the best performing student in my school and in my district where I was. And then people thought that I was just like joking. How do I go and study BCom? I should go for medicine. I should go for engineering. What is BCom? Me, I was much fascinated by what makes businesses to fail. So when I went and studied that, so in campus, I find somebody now owning a company. And I'm like, a company? Okay, I was doing business the other time, but I didn't think about owning a company. Owning a company, that was something bigger. So that's when I started now the Nairobi Vigilance Security. This was not working out. When I reached third year, me together with my friend Pevi and Kelvin, my name is Isha, we have got Kelvin, we have got Pevi, we formed a company called KIP, K-I-P, Keep Cleaning Services. So Keep Cleaning Services, we were to do the services of cleaning. And I started doing the marketing. I marketed the whole of Nairobi Westlands where, but I did not have information on what to market, what value addition, what difference are we giving to the market, what problems are we solving, what gap are we bridging. I could not be able to communicate effectively and factually to the potential clients. In fact, they could be able to see that I am a starter and I am a confused self-failure there. So I marketed that company for a whole year and we got no client even one.
For a whole year?
Yes, for a whole year.
Which year was that?
That one was 2013, 2014. Yes.
No. Now that is business number what?
Business number, almost number 4. Number 4 or 5. Yes. So when we were doing that, when I was now doing that marketing, one day I bumped into a certain office. And in this office, I realized that this person is doing finance consultancy, training services, and he's also doing, I looked at it and I felt like, bam, this is the thing. This is my field. This is what I've done. That is how I got into thinking that why not create such kind of a company? That is how we came up with the thought of Ecovest. We registered Ecovest, we conceived Ecovest in 2013. But then we registered it in 2016 as a business name. And then later on we came and changed it to a limited liability company in 2018. As a limited liability company, where we started having our offices. We started marketing Ecovest in 2016. There was no client, not even one. 2016, 2017, no client, even one.
2 years in a row.
2 years, 2017, no client. Now 2018 is when we got one client.
1 year?
Yes.
So one client in 3 years?
In 3 years. Then 2019, no client was added into the one that we had. Yes.
You had offices?
Yes.
You were paying rent?
I'm paying rent.
You had staff?
No. I'm alone. I'm the staff. I'm the cook. I'm the cleaner. I'm the messenger. I'm everything. Yes.
Okay, so this is the 4th year.
So in 2019, you see now I'm having this office and I'm also getting now employed. I'm employed, but I'm trying to market this one. Employed, trying to market this one. In 2019, November, now I was fired from that job.
Why did they fire you?
Now they fired me because of their own things that probably I could not be able to understand. Because I was told in my letter that due to the tough economic times, we are now reducing, the workforce. They reduced the workforce, but then they replaced me and started paying the same person the same salary. Somebody that replaced me, they were paying the same salary. So that told me that there was something which was happening there. But now leave that one aside. In 2019, I was fired from the job. Now you see, when I was fired from that job, I had now Ecovest Consultants Limited as the only company in front of me and nothing else. That is when I started working towards ensuring that I get clients. And from 2019, December, to date, I've never looked backwards. Yes, I've never looked backwards.
You had nowhere to run to.
You see, my plan B already had been removed. And this one I need to tell business people or someone who thinks they're getting into business. So long as you still have plan B, that business will not kickstart. Because you'll always want to use that plan B. That let me start, but let me also hold on to this employment. That if it fails, I can still go back to employment. That is plan B. You will still be able to use that plan B. But when you do not have plan B, I tell you, me, I knew very well I don't have plan B. It is Ecovest and Ecovest alone. I was marketing it in the morning, after 1 hour, after 2 hours, after 3 hours, after 5 hours. In fact, I was removed in so many WhatsApp groups. They told me that, here, you umetuchosha na Ecovest, umetuchosha. Tushajua udiniri unafanya. Wachana na sasa kupost. Wacha wengine sasa wapost. But still, I was posting. They said, we will remove you. I still posted until they removed me. And I was going to other WhatsApp groups. I even went to the church WhatsApp group. They even threatened me in the church WhatsApp group. Told me that if you ever post again, you will not be able to actually condone this. And I stopped posting in the church WhatsApp because I don't want to be removed from the church. So I decided that
You can't lose business.
Yeah, I can't lose business. I lose the church as well. I don't want to lose God. God is the one who's holding us. So I left posting in the church and I started now going out there. My intense marketing, today when you go online, just say finance consultants in Kenya, Ecovest will come page 1, top 3. Yes, people have known Ecovest. We have served companies ranging from all over the country. I've gone to Mombasa, I've gone to Kisumu, I've gone to Eldoret, I've gone to Turkana, Lodwar, Wapi. I've been able to serve customers in those areas. It is patience, consistency, and seriousness for all these to kickstart. That is my journey. Okay. Not very interesting as well.
That's one of the most interesting journeys I've ever learned about. So, yes. You as a business person,
yes.
At what point did you feel like now it's time for me to start bringing a team into my business? Because I understand it took you about 4 years to serve only one client.
Yes.
Now, and I'm sure that money was not even enough for you alone, even the business. At what point do you feel now I'm ready to scale up and have more people in the team?
I started realizing that now I'm delaying in my services. I tell this client that I'm coming tomorrow. But then I find myself going after 3 days. Not because tomorrow I was busy doing something, I was resting, but I was busy serving another client. And then as I serve that client, I want to serve the client the best. There's another one that calls me there, and then there's this one. Then I come to realize that if I don't form a team, then I'm going to miss out on everything. That is now when I started having interns. Those people that come, I train them, we work, then they go. I train them, we work, then they go. Then I started now getting permanent staffs that now we are now having. Although today in our company, we are now like about 5 of us. Yeah, but at least that's a team that we are now using in dispatching now the services that we are supposed to be dispatching. So when I started feeling that I need to bring on board some other more people is when I came to the realization that I am not able to deliver. I am running this property management, I'm dealing with that tenant there, dealing with this landlord there, dealing with that person there. But before I realize it, I am supposed to go to the client to solve on his tax issues. Before I realize 20th has reached, I need to start doing some returns. I'm not back in the office. I came to realize that we need to get somebody in the office. At the same time, I still wanted to continue marketing because marketing is the engine. Yes, I want to keep marketing. So every day you wake up at 5 in the morning, you start by marketing. And then now you go into this other bit. After 1 hour, 2 hours, then now you go to the work outside there. And you see, that is what had been enabled, that's what enabled me to feel that I need to get somebody on board to assist me. And so I got a very competent team and people that are helping me. Today, at least we have got even somebody who is managing our social media. Sometimes I might not have to go and check that what is happening there, but at least in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, the postings are being done, and somebody is able to monitor that. Somebody is in charge of our property management business. So he's the one in charge of all the properties that we are having. He knows the landlords, he knows the tenants, he knows their prices, he's the one who handles their issues. Somebody here again is in charge of whatever we do in terms of the training, in terms of the accounting. So we have got somebody dedicated to just make sure that our clients that are doing, we do for them accounting services and tax services are well serviced. And then I am now doing more marketing, and I'm also doing more trainings, because those are things that I can do.
Because you relieved of some of your business.
Some of the baggage that I'm having. Yes.
So now you as a financial consultant, do you think the government is putting up enough policies to support the small businesses? Do you think the future looks bright for business people as a financial consultant?
Well, as a finance consultant, I will be able to say yes, the future looks bright for young people and also for business people. In as much as there could be some sort of opinions left, right, and center about the government policies, but what I would want to say is that the future is very bright. Why do I say the future is very bright? When I looked at the Jubilee, not call it Jubilee, but call it Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza manifestos. I know the Kenya Kwanza manifestos, they had subdivided their manifesto into 6 particular pillars. There was this agriculture thing, there was MSSMEs, and there was creativity and innovation in terms of data, there was housing and settlement, there was the healthcare, and then there was also the bit of infrastructure, I think, if I can be able to remember. But I wanted to take you back to the creativity aspect. You see, in the creativity aspect, the government is going to do like 100,000 kilometers of fiber optics within the country. That one is an opportunity already for young people to know that in the digital space, there is already a big market that is unexploited. Number 2, when it came to the point of marketing our businesses, we were, we're looking at how can I be able to get into the radio? How can I be able to get into the mainstream media? But then you see, for you to get there, for a radio, you have to part with like around 150,000. For mainstream media, like you have to do like about $500,000 or $1 million. You get it. Then when you're a startup, how do you get to gamble with that amount of money? You've not looked at the capital, you've not looked at your operations, you're not sure if even the right kind of people will see your advert and then respond positively. So because of that, the digital space came to unravel a solution to that particular problem, whereby I do not have to go to the mainstream media in order to market. I go to an influencer who is having maybe 1 million followers, and then I tell him, now become my brand ambassador. I can give you 50,000 on a monthly basis for the next 6 months. That is how much? 300,000. So I say, why can't I allocate 300,000 for the ambassadorial job, and then I get this person to market me, and everybody who follows him will know my business. So I'm targeting 1 million. Then I put, let's say, like, with 1 million followers, let me target 100,000 only. With 100,000 class, monthly basis, I'm good to go. I am ready. So the digital space. So the future is much, much bright for the younger people. Number 2 is the housing and settlement. You see, many people, if you look at a house, there are so many kind of skills that are contributing into a house. So if the government pushes with the agenda of the housing, for instance, there are a lot of questions and issues with it. But there is something you can be able to do in that house. Let me tell you, every time I see a building springing up, I see my property management business an opportunity. Every time I see a building springing up, I see an opportunity for somebody to start a school, because people are going to live there and they are going to need that particular education. Yes. You are someone who probably provides internet. You see a building here coming up, there's an opportunity for internet provision. Yes, connect them, put them into, so there's so massive opportunities. But when it comes to matters to do with policies, sometimes there's a lot of debate. Because today we have got issues of inflation, we have got issues of interest rates, we have issues of taxes. These are all we call them both physical and monetary policies that the government are putting in place. But then sometimes there are schools of thought that might affect the view of how we see those policies. But when you see a policy, for instance, a policy that's affecting the interest rate, it is somehow it affects the interest rate, but it will also be able to affect the way people are going to access credit for them to use in their businesses. But on the flip side, there is also the bit of what we call the capital flow. It is also going to affect that much of the capital is going to come from those countries where capital is so much into our country because they want to invest in our country because of the high interest rates. So in other words, what I'm explaining is this. For a simple somebody who probably wants to understand it well, the government might decide to increase what we call the central bank interest rate, so that when businesses or when commercial banks are giving loans, they give loans at a higher interest rate. When they give loans at a higher interest rate, what is going to happen? Many people are going to be discouraged from taking the loans. Now, when many people are discouraged from taking the loans, it means there is going to be reduced money flow or money circulation in the system, right? And so that is the negative side, the way we can be able to look at it. Now, can we look at it also now on the flip side, now the positive side, whereby when the interest rates are high, there are so many investors outside the country that have got a lot of money, and they are looking for countries with higher interest rates, where they can bring in their money to earn that high interest rates from that country. So what they will do, they will redirect their money from those countries into our country to invest it, because it's more profitable here. So when they do that, it comes to now what we call capital flow. There is a shift of capital flow, because that money is coming to buy assets. When it buys assets, that asset it can be in the form of shares, or it can be in the form of real estate, it can be in the form of physical assets. That one is bringing that money from out there to circulate within here. So high interest rates has got two implications: attracting investors and discouraging investors within. So that's the flip side of it. You can be able to look at it. So I can be able to say, policy-wise, there are a lot of discussions that are there, but what I know, there is a great future for the business people.
So what would you tell your, say, how old were you maybe at that time in 2015? Okay.
2015 when I graduated from the university.
Yes.
You
are around maybe 22, 23?
Yes, 24.
24?
Yes.
Okay, what would you tell your 24-year-old?
That, what I would be able to say to a 24-year-old person.
Not another one, yourself. What will you tell your 24-year-old self?
My 24-year-old self, that you were late where you began. My 24-year-old self, there's a lot of time you wasted on campus that you should have actually used in doing something quite useful. My 24-year-old self, what I would be able to tell you again is that you should have learned more skills then. You should have learned how to do video editing, content creation, how to be able to reach out to the market, how to learn more skills, such that those skills would be actually helping. Today, I have to probably pay money in order to get those skills. So
because you don't have time to
because
practice.
I don't have time to practice and also even to learn. I am busy chasing for, the clouds that are there. So my 24-year-old self, I would even say that you would have started also thinking much more that it's exclusive business but not employment. That would have actually reduced the timelines for my accelerated growth in terms of reaching where I've been able to reach now. But still, my 24-year-old was also another ambitious young man who was also be able to check onto how we can be able to grow and do. And I did a lot of business in campus. In campus, I was cooking chapati and selling to the hostels. Knocking at every door, like, oh, do you want chapati? Some people will bang the door back at you, and then you say that it's okay, let me go to the next client. You get it? And so we will do that.
Resilience.
Yes, resilience. At some point of time, I left the chapati business, I got into the camera works. So I would take cameras. I have got so many photos, this size of photos, hard copies in my house. They refused to pick them. I went and washed them, but they refused to pick them. So I left that one. Then I started the printing business. I did printing on campus. Then I left that one. I started doing what we call online writing, where you will be able to do assignments for the bright kids, but for the fools that are having money. So they were paying us so that we can be able to do their assignments. Yes. So those are some of the things that we are going to do. But in as much as I did that, my 24-year-old self, you should have learned more skills. Yes.
Don't you think your 24-year-old was overworking?
Probably by that time, many people used to say that I am more entrepreneurial, more ambitious, too much busy, but I came to the realization as at now, I had more time. Yes, I had more time. I would have done more. Yes.
You would have done more.
I would have done more. Okay. If I thought I was to go back to my former self, I would learn more skills. I will take care of every hour would be meaningful to me.
You'll be posting something.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm looking at that young person
Yes.
who has just tried, maybe they're on their 6th business,
Yes.
or their 3rd or their 4th,
Yes.
and they feel like, I'm about to close this business.
Yes.
You've been there and out of it numerous times. By now I think it's over 10 times. What do you tell that person? In your own honest opinion.
In my own honest opinion,
Yes.
let me tell you. Try to get somebody that you think understands the process. And then open up to that person and tell him that this is what I want to do. What can you advise me? Then if you get someone who is having a good will, that person will get hold of your hand this way and place you. And I will tell you, I've been able to get hold of other people that wants to start the same business as the one I'm doing. This person is more or less, somebody more or less my age. He has done the same course I've done, and he's looked at the way I'm doing my business, and then he comes to me and tells me, Dunga, I wanted to do the same business. You can imagine how many people will be unwilling. Yes, to assist you. Somebody comes and I want to do the same thing you're doing. Can you teach me? It will be like, no, I'll be busy. You won't want to do that. Yeah? Now, what happens? I have literally taught somebody, and not one, not two, several people the business that I'm doing. And this is what I keep telling my employees. Come into this business. Learn everything that we are doing, everything. And then the moment you feel you're ready to start yours, come, I will even help you register the same business. And then I will even tell you how to market. And then I will set you free to go. Because this world is all about creating an impact in another person's life. It is not about yourself. It is not about money. It is not about what you have. No. It is what kind of a transformation impact have you created in another person's life. That is the most important thing. So me, I will tell that young man that is about to give up, look for somebody of a good will. Talk to that person. Tell him that this is what I want to start. Kindly guide me. I want to get there. Guide me. Even where I am having mentors. One of my greatest mentors is called George Washimuri. So George Washimuri, when I do well, he keeps telling me, Dunga, you're doing okay. That one is okay. Dunga, do this. Get somebody that you think is having a good will, and a mentor is someone who is not competing you. A mentor is someone who knows that this is a young person, I want to uplift him. The way we are doing, we are uplifting young people like that. That's why I've even created a platform. I have a platform whereby people come in and then you discuss businesses, we discuss ideas, we discuss personal finance management issues. We discuss anything that is pertaining to the growth and development of an individual. So if you might be interested, you can check onto probably the link that Mona is going to give there. We can also be able to post the same so that you can be able to join that particular platform. But we are transforming lives. That is what we are doing. Yes.
Okay, it's good at least to see that in this world that people feel like there's no hope or there's nothing out there. There's still people who still believe in helping out, and people who just have good intentions, people who are not competing always, people who are out there to look out for the good of the others. So Mr. Dunga, as we wind up, maybe what are your final remarks?
My final remarks, number one, I would be able to tell you that the most important thing that differentiates you from the rest of the people are two things. Number one, your character, and number two, your finances. Now, somebody who is having a good character will attract other more good characters. But good character without money places you into a quite, a well-behaved poor person. So, no one wants to associate with poor people, even if they are well-behaved. So, what I will be able to tell you is that make sure that as you work on your character and you work on your transformation journey, make sure that your finances are also well placed. That is why in my book that I have written, Personal Finance Management, I say that your finances makes you different from the society. A young person who has got finances can be welcomed into the table of adults, but an adult can be chased into from the table of adults because he is poor. You get it? So make money, make sure that you manage that money, and make sure that you also invest so that money can help you in the future. Save now so that whatever you save now can save you in the future. When you're starting a business, be serious about it. Give it your all. Make sure that you are doing the things in the right way, and even if you are not making profits, it is just a matter of times. You will be able to make profit. That is what I can be able to tell you, that if at all you're having issues as well, you visit us at EcoVest Consultants Limited. Just get into the link in our website. And then even the link that we share out, you will be able to get more information, and you can even be able to contact me in person. I can be able to offer you solutions that you may want.
Financial advice.
Financial advice. So can I be able to give them my contacts?
That's okay, sure.
Okay. So my contacts is for the phone number. When you want to call me from 0720 047 to 12. When you want to call me. When you want to WhatsApp me on 0722 100 to 13. 0722 100 to 13. That is when you want to be able to WhatsApp me. I'm very grateful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Mr. Dunga for you. You've heard the story. Even if he is out here advising people on financial decisions, you can see that even there's somewhere that he began from, and it is a journey of challenges. It is a journey of him trying things out and also making it in life. So thank you so much for staying posted to this video. I hope it has been informative and also educative for you. Stay blessed. Let's meet in the next.
Thank you.